like he's in the 10th region, right? So if I play him after he plays us, I'm gonna call that coach. What just got important on us?
Yeah.
I want to know. I want to learn. I want to know what was your scouting report on this, and this.
Do you ask like all? I mean, well,
no,
ones you don't have relationships with.
Yeah, it's just ones I have relationships with. I'd be like, yeah, because I asked Russell. He'd be like, yeah, and it gives me this 55-page paper, and I'm like, damn.
Welcome to the Focal Flip Podcast. Every week we take a deep dive into the mystery and stigma behind mental health and explore real-life stories of struggle and triumph. We aim to educate and encourage others as we bring together a diverse group of guests. From the streets to sanctuaries, classrooms to boardrooms, mental health does not discriminate, neither do we. Prepare to laugh, prepare to cry, prepare to be changed. Let's get into it. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Focal Flip Podcast. I'm Mike, your host. I am joined today with two well-respected head boys basketball coaches here in Northern Kentucky. I've got Brent Sowder here to my immediate left, the head coach at Campbell County for their boys team, which is in the 10th region. And then right here, I got my boy Mike Walker, who's the head coach of Lloyd Memorial High School, their boys varsity basketball team located in the 9th region in Northern Kentucky. So, guys, thanks for coming together.
Yeah,
too.
It's awesome.
I appreciate you all coming out. First one, we're kind of sitting down doing a little bit of a panel, and I appreciate the first conversations that we had, the fact that you guys talk about some of the difficult things, the tougher things. You were very open, very candid about it. And that's what I want to do through my process with Focal Flip. Just because, I struggled with specific things and these other folks, I actually have numbers on there. There's more statistics that's recently came out. In 60 million Americans, we're close to being 1 in 4 people struggle with mental health. And so those kind of trends and directions are things up, but I want to bring awareness to it, destigmatize it. But my big thing, and you guys know me as an athlete, a competitor, and a coach, I don't want to ever play the victim of it. I want to hey, it is the thing, here it is, but from what I've understood and from my own recovery journey or my self-discovery journey, I'm not a victim, And I can control these things, and I've been surrounding myself with coaches and different people. So you guys have been a part of, a little bit of my inspiration and my story. And so that's why I'm grateful for you guys kind of opening that up, and coming on. So that's pretty much it. That's my intro. That's my intro. So anyways, guys, I've got them. I had Brent in here a little bit earlier, Coach Sowder, and we were talking about the difficulty in cuts.
Yes.
And so we were having a conversation here before we even started recording, all right, we got 3 days worth of tryouts, right, Mike?
Yep.
Tell me how you feel about 3 days of tryouts. Sowder's already kind of talked to me a little bit about his. So I want you to talk about your summer,
right? Your
workouts,
yep,
and then lead us up in the tryouts.
I think we had a really good summer. We tried to go to some team camps. This year was a little different because EJ was already committed, so those higher team camps we didn't really hit. We hit a lot of those smaller schools, the D2s, the D3s, NAIs, things of that nature. Yeah. But we grinded. I got some juniors who kind of grew up a little bit. I have a senior who grew up a little bit.
Good.
So it was a really good summer. I was happy, which is not usual. Usually I'm finding a bunch of stuff and I'm pissed off. But we had a good summer. We had a really good summer. And then we're in the preseason stuff, which is chaotic because of volleyball. So one day we're at 3, next day we're at 6, and then we might not be in that at all. And it's just you bounce around. But at the end of the day, I just put them on the track. Just go to the track. Let's go to the track and run.
Welcome to conditioning.
Get some conditioning. I love it.
But so tryouts for me, we're at a smaller school, so
right.
Pretty much the people here now is pretty much the people are going to try out, unless you get some randoms. So I pretty much know the outcome is going to happen on the 17th.
See, that's what we were wondering. We were actually having that conversation too. It's because for me, when I was coaching too, and you have kids that work out through the summer and you're going to camps and stuff, I got a chance to watch your guys. I was very impressed with them in the Simon Kenton tourney earlier on in the summer. I I was really impressed. They were great.
They're okay. They were okay.
Shut up.
They were good when we played them too.
So here, and this is something I tell people all the time is I think basketball tryouts should be in the summer. Now hear me out, coach. Hear me
Okay,
out.
I'm interested.
So for basketball guys, I know for pretty much every school, even you guys have like 10,000 kids.
Yeah.
You want the football guys, right? So now you got to host 2 tryouts.
Yep.
But the biggest thing is ordering gear. So I'm supposed to just ballpark ordering travel gear for kids who aren't going to make it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So if you have tryouts in the summertime, I know exactly how much money I can spend. I know how many travel gear suits or whatever I'm going to get. The kids coming to preseason workouts aren't busting their butt for no reason because I know damn well you're not going to make it, buddy. But I can't tell them that because it's against whatever book rules there is. Mm-hmm. But if you do it in the summertime, now you know your football kids. You know, everyone knows, and they can go do indoor track or wrestling or choose another sport or go get a job.
That's interesting. What do you?
But now you do it in the summertime, and there's no worries. Parents don't have to stress out about it, and then plus you order everything because if you order it now, you're not getting everything.
Yeah, I mean gear. I get. Yeah. You have a response to that?
I love
we were
that
just talking
idea.
about gear being a thing on roster spots.
Oh yeah, I love that idea because like it's like Coach said, like I'm ordering sizes and whatnot, or like I don't like it's totally like, hey, you got to take a small man. I know you're like 6'4", but you got to take a small. But no,
right.
It would make more sense, and everything's in stock.
Yep.
That's more the main thing. He's like, there's stuff now that I wanted to get and I couldn't get because it was out of stock.
I've never heard this before, and it's interesting.
It's the first time I've heard it, but I think that's
it's
super logical.
When would you have it in the summer?
Me, I would have it in June. It's before football. It's during our time. Those last couple weeks of, but now
what about enrollment for school and like when school starts, like.
Okay.
You know,
then those kids come in and they have their 3 days. They
get their 3 days, kind of like the separate tryouts, like for football.
Yeah,
and stuff.
so
we do that anyway with the separate. Yeah,
with football.
Yeah,
I know that was like that when I was at Royal too.
Yeah. But you know what the good thing is?
What?
You put those kids in scrimmages. Now I can really see them play basketball. Nah, you can't cut it.
Yeah,
I'm not because and also you taking 3 days from our practice.
Yeah,
I can take 3 days out of my practice.
Yeah, it's a lot. Do you have a lot of kids show for that?
For what?
For tryouts.
I think we have a good number. It's grown every year for Lloyd. I mean, you know, outside of the guys I know, so you have your 30, 35 kids. I might get another 8.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. Yeah.
You know, but our numbers are growing, which I like, which is
that's
cool.
Great.
You know, we don't give a whole lot, but you know, but I'd rather know I want those 3 days of practice.
Yeah, I know in tryouts, I understand it. But I want those 3 days of practice too.
Absolutely.
We all do.
Yeah.
I mean, we all kind of like, even when you're there, you're not as excited. I mean, you are because the season's close, but just in my opinion, it's just chaotic, especially when you've had an organized, fluid unit of kids that have had effort, families that have made effort over the summer. You know?
And then, like, you come into the tryouts the first day and you're doing, like, I don't know, like 3-man weave and people are taking basketballs off the dome.
Dude,
because
it's a thing.
But yeah, because they don't know how it goes. And
it's a thing.
And their parent thinks that they're going to be a first-round draft pick. But
and you all can tell them that they're not.
I know.
And then I worry about injury. You got that one goofy kid that's
undercut or, yeah.
So, like, and I don't know about your guys, but, like, the older guys, man, they're sitting over there, like,
oh, yeah, 100%.
I know, I've seen it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to stay as neutral as possible here, guys, but I've seen it too. Like, yeah. I'm trying to think, collectively. I mean, that summer thing is interesting. It really is.
That's just me.
I'm trying to think about, that one stud that comes in. It's like, here's your 3-day tryout, pal. Like, we just extended a roster spot for fact. Like,
I mean, yeah.
You know what I mean? But like those other ones, it's
But the question is, how many times have a kid walked into your gym, unless you recruited a kid to come in there at that point in time, actually walks in, and you'd be like, he's that good. Yeah, come on. I mean, it doesn't happen for me.
Yeah.
They walk in, I'm like, yeah, we can work with that. Let's go play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right.
I had that when those kids were coming up at Gray. My first time seeing them at a summer camp, and I was like a Capola kid and all them. I was just like, okay.
Yeah.
they can do
Could
something
work
here.
with that. Yeah.
Yeah, like I've seen some of those kids coming. I'm just like, there's something there. Like,
But also, here's the flip side. Here's another.
you just know it.
Positive.
When you see them. You know it. Like, I mean,
But also, let's say you do have that kid. You cut that kid. And he's like, he's not that good in the summertime, right? Well, go get training. Here. You can do this, and this. Go play at the Hustle League. Go do these things, especially if they're like a freshman.
yeah.
Right? Work your tail off. I'll help you work your tail off. Go to these one or two things. They do it. You never know. They might come back better.
Yeah. Have you seen that before?
No.
Fantastic.
No, not in my program.
breaking ground.
This is great stuff.
No.
That's what
No.
I'm saying. Like, so, I've seen it, but I've also, I want to win, and I want to teach kids that want to be there, and I want to. I've seen kids that have drastically improved in order to achieve a roster spot. But we were talking about this earlier, like there's situations where you have like people that become game managers and team managers and stuff like that. But
I offer that.
yeah,
I haven't had anyone to stay for it, but I've offered it.
Yeah. That's been offered, and I don't think we have ever had anybody.
why do you think kids take that as some take that as an insult?
Probably because when they're coming out for tryouts, they're envisioning Friday nights. They're out there in the layup line, the band's playing, cheerleaders are out there, all those things, and
Just
like now I'm just gonna go sit at the end of the bench with a. They see it as, and it shouldn't be like that. Like they should being a part of the program, but I mean, there's ego
but it's
involved.
a real thing.
Yeah, I mean, I would have been the same way probably. Yeah. So
What about you? What do you think?
That they want that
Yeah,
part?
like why do you think they would take that off?
Same
as an
reason.
insult? Yeah.
It's an insult, but I'd say, I'm like, what do you want to do?
Yeah, let's expand on this.
Like, do you want, like, what is your goals after this?
Yeah, your life goals.
I had one kid. Actually, I had one kid, and he was like, "Oh, I want to coach." I said, "Well, look, you work with me here. There's there's a kid from Dixie that just went to UC, and he applied to be the manager, right? So I hit up the coaching staff. Like, there's this kid who wants to help to be a manager. That's the way to go, manager. Then you're grad assistant. Next thing you know, you're coaching at the college level. Pretty much is how it works.
Yeah.
But I think it's just ego. I'm not doing that. I'm not picking up your towels which I tell them, no, you're going to be a part of practice. You're going to help with drills.
Yeah,
you're going to do those type
they
of
are.
things. Because I wash uniforms. I do all that
I
stuff.
know the coaches want to be able to coach. Yeah. Like, so the team managers and stuff, they help. Like the practice, like that matters. I mean, we have practice schedules for a reason. There's stuff that we have to accomplish in a very short period of time.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
know?
And honestly, I was that kid in high school that like wasn't, like I said earlier.
I know, that's why I wanted to I was going to transition to that.
I wanted to be around the game. I mean, I wasn't good enough. Like I could hit a shot with nobody on me. I couldn't guard a fence post, couldn't do anything. So I wanted to still be around the game. I knew I wanted to coach at some point in the future. So I just tried to be around the game, around coaches that knew what they were doing and learn from them. So
Yeah. That's right.
yeah, but it's a rare thing for people to want to do that. As far as like if they try out, they see themselves out there, which I get. I understand 100%.
Yeah. Good stuff, fellas. Good stuff. I'm going to run a few more minutes into this thing, and let's get into some of the season stuff. So, Mike, Coach Walker loves preseason rankings.
No, I don't.
Me and you are the same. Me and you are the same.
So hear me out.
I can't stand them.
I hate them.
I just got to poke Mike. That's all. I
hate him.
So Coach Sowder and I were talking to.
Let's flip this table over. I'm just kidding.
I know you can't stand it. You just can't. These guys can't stand preseason rankings, but like us as competitors, I mean, there's material. For us, there's always material. Preseason rankings don't necessarily matter, but we were talking about it, so I had to say that about Walker.
I hate him.
He can't stand it.
I hate him.
He can't stand it. Well, I appreciate you sharing it. I'm looking forward to the season. Congrats to EJ and his brand as well.
It's amazing.
That's really cool. So when we get done later on in ours and throw a plug on that, because it's awesome stuff, and just you guys have had a lot of new things going on. So.
No, I appreciate it, and I know you said you're gonna buy like 25 items, so I appreciate that.
That was really genuine.
Got me on the camera,
And you're buying
Super generous.
He said he's gonna buy you something too.
Oh my God!
I was in a picture.
Yeah, this is good enough. I'll take some. Yeah, Yeah, so generous.
I appreciate
Put
it.
me on the spot. It's pretty fun.
I appreciate it.
All right, guys, this is when I start asking for corporate sponsorships for my podcast. Welcome back to the Focal Flip Podcast, everybody. We are now accepting full-on sponsorships. Title, episodes, tail end of the episode.
That's funny.
Sorry,
awesome.
sorry about that.
No, you're good. Okay, guys, tell me about what it is like going and managing your way as a head coach throughout your basketball season. Let's start with Sowder. And here's my question, Brent.
Okay.
How many games are on your schedule?
30 right now.
Okay. When you look at 30 games, how many weeks do you get to practice before the first game?
Let's see. We can't even do anything next week because it's our fall break.
Yeah, your
so
fall break,
we'll
you're
lose
screwed.
a week there. Then we lose the first 3 days next week. So we'll have like 2.5, 3 weeks before we scrimmage Walton on November 16th.
Okay.
Or no, I'm sorry. Fleming County's first, then Walton. But we'll have
Okay.
2.5, 3 weeks.
All right. So you're rolling in the
And then, yeah, depending on when those other guys come in. So
okay. So tell us what goes on then as a
lot of
head coach
sleepless
and a coach.
nights.
That's what I mean.
yeah.
Because you got 30 games.
yeah.
Let's say your all's games are Tuesday, Friday. You know, there's a ton that goes into scouting. There's a ton of all that stuff. So tell me, walk me through
So-
what that looks like.
I'm lucky to have a great staff. Coach White helps me a lot as my varsity assistant. Coach Day, Coach Worth, Coach Jay White. I mean, those guys do a lot. They take a lot off my plate as far as like the scouting and things like that. I mean, I still watch a lot of film because that's just kind of what I've always done. But
Yeah.
they help out like typing out the scouting report. We get the game plans together, things of that nature. It's just pacing. Coach Russell taught me so much in the like 3 parts of the season. You got the first part of the season where you're learning about your team. You put some guys in situations, see if they can handle it. He's like, you may drop a game because of that, but you're learning about your team. And then he always called it surviving Christmas, like get through Christmas without any like drama or anything like that.
And then January.
Yeah, and then like those seed games, you treat them as life or death situations, put them in pressure situations, and then hopefully the way we kind of peel back on practice like later in the year, like instead of going like 2 hours, 2.5 hours, we'll go an hour and a half, and then just basically ramp up towards that postseason. Try to get everybody fresh, get everybody ready to go, enthusiastic, things like that, and try to make the best postseason run that we possibly can.
Good stuff. Does your staff do a lot of like communication and stuff in between things when you're doing scouting and you guys are doing requests from coaches and programs and stuff?
Yeah. Oh, well, I actually take care of most of that. Like I'll get the film and that's just, I'm so used to doing it, and I kind of like having that, and then just contacting those coaches. And one good thing about like being in Northern Kentucky, I talked about this, like all the coaches work really well together. Like I haven't had any issues or anything like that. It's been awesome. But it's just one of those situations. The season, it becomes a grind. I mean, there's dog days in January where, like, I'm eating Wendy's for the 5th day in a row. Yeah. Going through a drive-through at
That's
11 at
January,
night,
man.
and then staying up. I know I'm staying up till like 2 or 3 a.m. watching film just to try to figure out what we got to do better. So
That's January.
yeah.
sure.
So it's
All right, so
it's an adventure.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. I mean, you have to wear many hats and balance. What about you, Mike?
What's the question again?
I forget.
I'm just kidding. I just want to see if you really remember. Season. So
Yeah, walk me up through it. I mean, how many years have you been a head coach now? Because Sowder's
5, I think.
I'm a newbie.
I know. So
5.
you're 5.
And it changes every year. I don't never do the same stuff. I
Yeah.
try to. My biggest thing is I reflect on myself all the time. So I'm always like, I gotta get better at this. I gotta better. I'm obsessed. I mean, it's just how I am with it.
Sure.
So how many weeks? Now you're trying to let me do math. There's a lot of weeks before the game. Our first scrimmage is November 17th. We go to a mega scrimmage at Middletown. And I caught on to that last year because we only get 2.
Yeah.
So they're like, well, that counts as 1, but you can have 3 scrimmages within that mega scrimmage. So I'm like, oh, sweet, cool.
Yeah.
Let's go do that. So we got that. And then I don't know if I have my football guys, which is whatever. Yeah. And then we got another one, November something. I don't remember. Okay. We go to Walnut.
Okay, Walnut Hills?
Yeah, we go to Walnut Hills over there.
How far in advance do you scout?
Our games?
Yeah.
So we break it up. So
How do you do it?
we have a board. We'll go in there and I first choose who you want. And they'll go through and choose. And then like certain like And I'd be like, my varsity assistant Spoon. I'm like, no, you got that game. Like I know certain ones, and then district games. We all do district games.
Yeah.
I mean, I see them all after we get the scouting report.
Sure.
So I would like to have the scouting report at least 48 hours before I play, unless it's a back-to-back. If it's back-to-back, it's depends.
tough.
I mean, there's sometimes we're just like, who we playing? You know what? Screw up. We're just gonna go in there and just
Just
go.
go
yeah.
be, just go be us.
We're just gonna be us. Just
Yeah,
gonna
it sounds like a January game for me. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, you just go in there, you're like, crap. I had what was it last year? Last year I was back-to-back with Cooper and Cuff Calf. I don't know whoever the head coach is an idiot for doing that.
on earth?
That was dumb, and I lost both. So that, and then I'm huge on film. Like I'm our film.
Huddle.
Yeah, but our film too. So I'll watch some of our film, and then their film, and then what I do is sometimes I'll go back to watch our old game last year.
Yeah.
See, now that's all I'm going
God,
into.
you are obsessed.
I'm not going too much now. People are, they're gonna figure it out. But and then we talk about it, and then
Oh, he did you dirty.
did I say that? No. But for me is I let my assistant coaches talk a lot in practice.
Yeah.
Like
that's
go
awesome.
go. Like you got your scouting report. Here you go. And I look at them because you better listen. I'm telling you, in the past I've had a coach do a scouting report.
Hold on, I was gonna go to that next. Go ahead.
And I've been that dude too. So when I was coaching college,
I've done it too.
when I was
I've
coaching
done
in college, and I'm sitting there and I'm looking up, and man, and I'm just,
I know. Straight on the court. Yeah.
bro. The scouting report said he was 20% 3-point shooter. Well, he hit 5. So actually, it was last year. Who were we
I was
playing?
so bad at my first 2 reports that I did.
So we were playing someone, and one of my assistants. Oh, we can sag off, so we closed out short. Bang. My pastor looked at him. All right.
Oh no!
Bang, hits another one. Second half, he comes out. Bang, and I'm
He was on the
looking
scouting
mad.
report with a 20% clip.
Yeah. Dude was 3 out of 5. Man,
Oh,
listen,
geez.
I lost my mind at halftime. Lost him. And he's just looking at me. I'm going, listen, I drilled him. Like, man, I remember 2 years ago we were playing Highlands. And who was he was like a senior, but he was like 6'4". He was the guard, the wing that really couldn't shoot it. Listen, but he was on his hot streak. It was like when he was on a hot streak. Like he was like game of 4, like it was like 2 games, 25, 22, 2 or 3, 3 or 4. He was like, but he can't shoot. I said, dude, the last 3 games, man, he's been blazing that.
Yeah.
They told EJ to sag off. Boom. Boom. Man, I lost my mind on the bench. Parents are covering their kids' ears. I'm going nuts. Because that pushed them to 6. We lost the game because that pushed them up 6.
Oh, yeah.
And I went the clear F off. Yeah, so that's Scott. So we'll get back to the question. I try to do that as much as possible.
Another episode, man.
But it was.
I'm having like flashbacks to some of my scouting reports. Like the dude's like 15% 3-point shooter going off. Coach Russell. Coach Russell giving me that look.
I got queasy thinking about it.
But when I was an assistant, it always happened to me. Like every scout, I'm like, I'm just gonna put everybody as a shooter because
that's the way to do it. Yeah,
Everybody can.
Yeah.
everybody can shoot.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Screw it.
Yeah.
So previously when I was at Lloyd as a varsity assistant, our scouting reports weren't that detailed. Mine are detailed.
That's awesome.
Detailed.
I can't wait to see it. I want to see one. Love being neutral.
Yeah.
Hey, we've only got a few more minutes left. I appreciate you guys sharing on that. Here's what I got to ask.
Oh, real quick. I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt you. I'm babbling. Go back on scouting
Can you
reports.
believe he's doing this right
Yes, you can. So this is what I do too. I
love
and
you,
this
Mike.
is what my like I said before. You're only as good as your staff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
And I have a great staff. Like he's in the 10th region, right? So if I play him after he plays us, I'm gonna call that coach. What was your scouting report on us?
Yeah.
I want to know. Like, I want to learn. I want to know what was your scouting report on this, and this. I don't have to see you in the region, so I don't
that's
care.
Fascinating. I
wanna know.
love that. I would love to know that too.
I've done that.
Right.
That's,
Do you
yeah.
ask like all? I mean, well,
No,
ones you don't have
like,
relationships with.
Yeah, it's just ones I have
necessarily.
relationships with. I'd be like, yeah, because I asked Russell. He'd be like, yeah, and it gives me this 55-page paper, and I'm like, damn.
When can Lloyd play Campbell?
Didn't work out this year.
Why
Next
not?
year.
Next year.
Next year.
Yeah.
Next year? Can
Back
we do
at it. Yeah, absolutely.
So you guys are not on the schedule for this year.
No.
No.
Okay.
Next year.
Next year.
Yeah.
Y'all heard it here first. Next year.
Gave me a pretty good whipping last year. Huh? Gave him at Lloyd.
You
Yeah.
want to talk about it a little bit?
Hey, but he got the skate, so I would have listen. I would have flipped that man to get the rub. You best believe that.
Yeah. What a run.
Yeah. Yeah. It was.
What a run.
Yeah. But
But
tell you, man, coach. I love coaching in that conference though, because you got coaches like Coach Walker. Like you got to. I learned lessons about myself in that game. Like I didn't handle some things well. I didn't prepare them the right way, and I got schooled a little bit. So yeah, I absolutely did. So. Like you said, you're always like trying to think about like stuff that you could do better. That's
for sure.
That's where I went. I went home.
Wired the same
Yeah,
way.
right after I got done watching that Battlefield tour, I was thinking about. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
Yeah,
but
but man,
shows, boys.
yeah. But no, that's what like going up against those guys. Like you learn a lot about yourself, and like, all right, they exploited me here. Like, what do we got to do to fix that?
Yeah,
So.
that's one thing. I mean, you both are incredibly similar about you. You do obsess over it. It's not a bad thing. It's awesome. It's your passion.
Yeah.
But like,
We all got to be passionate about something. So.
yeah, that would be fun.
And that downtime, like I tell you, my cooking shows, man. I go home and watch cooking shows.
Love it.
Yep. Hawk sauce.
Yeah.
He's gonna try to hawk sauce here at some point.
Oh,
Yeah.
So, all
sign
right,
me
fellas.
up.
All right. Hey, good luck to both of you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
This season, I can't wait to get out and watch him. Samantha and I. We'll get some Campbell gear and rock some Campbell gear. We're gonna get some the EJ's gear because I love that whole new brand
25.
thing. That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm not
it's-
getting 25 of those, Mike.
Oh, my bad.
EJ.
No, my bad.
EJ, I'll do 25, but I'll have to make payments.
Yeah, installment plan.
Well, I bet, I was just, I
won't default on it, but
25. We'll cut that in half.
okay, Focal
There you
Flippers,
go.
I need more followers. I need more everything, Facebook, whatnot.
Don't forget to
I'm gonna
tap
have
that bell.
25 shirts.
Hold on. So I have an idea, and then we'll end it on this
Okay, end it on this.
because I was talking about this. So, and we need someone who has a podcast. Yeah, I mean,
I know a guy.
okay.
Okay. I'm a hobbyist.
We have that coaches meeting, which is cool, whatever.
Yeah.
We need a media day. Like you have the Big Ten media day, the ACC media day. We need a ninth or whatever our NK, whatever our coaches.
The NKA, BBDC.
I love it.
Yeah. We have a media day
I love it.
that you bring two players and yourself and sit at a panel and ask and get questions asked.
I love it.
Since people want to do rankings and all that stuff, which I don't care about and no one does, really, because it doesn't make any sense. You have a media day, right?
Well, that'd be so fun.
But then you get sponsors for that media day, right? But then what you do for the media day is in order for you to participate in the media day, you either do something like you bring toy drive for Christmas, or you do something else where
Service, I love it.
or wherever the case may be. But we need a media day, and now you put it on YouTube or whatever.
Idea.
And now you blast it. Now we have our 9th region media day.
Oh my gosh, I think it's a fantastic. What do you think about that?
I love it. I mean,
You're not in our region,
We're not in the
but like
9th
that
region, but
Our coaches association. All the people that go to Cup Calf and sit there and talk.
The Northern
That was
Kentucky,
fun last week.
Kentucky
Yeah.
coaches
Oh, it was
association.
nuts. Nuts last week.
It was.
It's different time. But I think that's what we need to do.
I don't even want to air this now because I want to just own it.
It's yours. Take it.
Yeah.
Dude, that's such a cool idea.
Because you're going to buy 25 apparel items and you get this baby.
What a gift he's just given you. Yeah.
There's the website, y'all. Swipe up, like, subscribe.
There you go.
Tap that bell.
That's cool. Now, thanks for making me go down this rabbit hole, Walker. So, all right, y'all. Appreciate it.
Sir.
All right,
Yep.
love you guys.
Yep.
We'll see y'all. Okay, you ready to wrap this thing up?
If you like Focal Flips videos, my dad's videos, go to YouTube, Spotify, and Apple, and like and subscribe to be updated.
I love it.